like that, y'all. I like that, y'all. I like that.
Hey there, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Hello, crypto friends. How we doing out there? We are live. It is Monday, August the 16th. And how we doing out there, folks? Great day, as I said in the title card. Bitcoin still in the range bound between the 46 and the 48k. We got Solana taking off in audio. Oh my goodness, audio up over 50%. So let's have a look. Before we get started tonight, some folks sent in some requests that said, so how do you set up your portfolio? So how's your portfolio structured? So I wanted to kind of show that. So basically you can see here in this heat map, we see that I have, and this absolutely is not financial advice, folks, you know that drill, but basically 68.8% of my portfolio in crypto is BTC. Then we have over there, what do we got? 12% Ethereum, another 6.5% Ethereum Classic, Chainlink, Litecoin, and you see all the way down to it gets smaller and smaller in the percentages. So roughly the big caps, as you see on the watch list every night. And I fully disclose that I own all these names. And there's no bias or anything like that. I am long bias, so you notice that from the previous stuff. And let's have a look at the charts. So BTC, as I mentioned, we're looking at BTC/USD here on the 4-hour chart. We are looking at support down at the 45,463.27. And resistance now going to have to contend with on the climb back through some of these previous highs. 46,600.88. As we move our way up to that pivot high, that'll be your next next level of resistance. Sorry about that. Distracted just a wee bit. Had a full-blown restart right before, 2 minutes before going live. Go figure. So we do have our stop loss set down here just beneath this low and beneath this. This is the, what moving average do we have there? That is the 50-day moving average. And let's move on to Ethereum. Let's get going here. I'll quit bumbling around here and let's get started with ETH/USD. Charts kind of lagging a little bit here as we struggle our way through today. We're looking at support for Ethereum. $3,155 is your support level, and 3333.66 remains up there at resistance. Should we get through, we do have some more resistance levels to deal with, folks, as we are underneath that 12-day moving average. So looking at resistance 3217.71. So tightening range for Ethereum. And we'll just nudge our stop loss just beneath that 50-day moving average. Moving on to Cardano. Cardano down 3.56% for the day. So doing a little bit of sideways action here. So we're doing some consolidation. That's okay. And we are looking at support, just seeing, yeah, we can nudge that up just slightly at the $2.07 level. 2.076 is support. And we do have one candle underneath there. There it is. We'll zoom in just a little bit more so we can see a little better. There we are. Resistance lying there at the 2.1387 for Cardano. On to the Doge. Doge, the millionaire's choice of coin. billionaires, I should say, not millionaires. We're looking at support. 0.3187 is a support level, and resistance coming back up through. We're going to look up there to 0.3413. We did get back in RSIs. Where are we at? We're about the 56.71, so we're underneath that 70 threshold of overbought. So RSI is still looking good. Volume still coming in for the Doge. Let's move on to PolkaDot. DOGE.D up 7.69%. So PolkaDot having a really good run up, staying strong up here at the top. So we're looking at resistance up at the 25.497 and support at the 24.513. Heading on over to Binance Coin, that is BNB USD. And we're sitting right on that support level right now. So we'll see if we can maintain that 418.869. And resistance is going to be close by 425.01. So that 425 round psychological number. We are managing to stay above the 12-day moving average. Just if we can close above there and just maintain this momentum. We have 3 back-to-back bearish candles. And with that said, let's get that stop loss. We'll set him right underneath that 26-day moving average. On to SOL USD, one of the stars of the show for today. It is up 18.37%. And we blasted right through. You see, we had this morning, we had this resistance level set for you. We just shot right through there, but managed to form ourselves a double top, which scared some folks into selling. And so that resistance level at the double top, 69.0695. Support now holding in there at the 62.765. Heading on over to Litecoin, that is LTC USD, down 2.68%. We did lose some ground here for Litecoin, still holding this previous low as support. So we're going to look to the 179.50 for support. With that said, now we got to look up here at resistance just above there at the 179.50. And you can take that stop loss. You see we're trying to put it beneath this low on a higher volume, but trying to maintain this 26-day moving average, that blue line. As we move on to Ethereum Classic ETC USD. Somebody fat fingered to sell all the way down to the 50-day EMA. So that moving average got us down just a wee bit. Nice bounce and recovery right off of there. So that's good to see. Very healthy if you are an investor or bullish biased. Bounce off of there. So 67.950 is your support level. And resistance now going to be at the 72.581. And I'm a swing trader, but if you were a day trader of sorts, you would have spotted that pivot right there off that 50-day moving average. Perfect bounce and ricochet right back up. That would have got you. Let's see what that trade would have yielded. If you got in there somewhere near the bottom of that thing, about a 6.5% gain. If you manage to jump on that, good for you. Moving on to MATIC, MATIC USD. Losing a little bit of ground here, so we're going to look down at support. Want to hold on to that 26-day moving average. So we have support at the 1.420 and resistance now just retesting that high. So we'll pop on up a little bit higher. There we are. Got a couple of highs up here at the 1.483. Moving on to Stellar, XLM USD. We're down 3.71%. And we did catch that low right there. So we're looking at support at the 0.3747. Bringing that resistance level down now. Gonna have to get through that little high right there at the 0.3806. On the Vechain, VET USD. Vechain feeling the pain. There's your rhyme for today. Got down to the 0.1285. That's going to be your bogey for your support level. And resistance coming up back through. We're testing this previous high there. And we're looking up at the 0.1319 resistance level. On the way back through, like I said, 3 back-to-back bearish candles. So we are getting ripe for a bounce. Moving on to FIL USD. That's the file of coins. We're looking at support to hold at the 72.631. And couldn't get up through, so we'll bring our resistance down. Still got to get back through that 73.958. RSI in good shape. Moving averages still in a good configuration for more upside potential. And let's have a look at some of these crypto small caps, starting out with IOTA. That's Internet of Things. Looking down at support at the 1.1061. IOTA is down 4.47% for today. Resistance at the 1.1445. IOTA. Looks like the volume has been pretty up there. So we're starting to fade off as the bears start to run out of steam. Moving on to basic attention coin, BAT USD. And we can do a little better than that. There we are. Looking at support at the 0.7737. Right in the range of that 26-day moving average, which most of the alts are sticking to at the moment. So we're going to be watching that closely. And resistance at the 0.7926. Heading on to NMR USD. Down 2.85%. Coming down, shot below that 50-day moving average. So we may be coming down to retest this 100-day. And I will be watching if we can touch down there. We're going to be jumping in on that one. Meanwhile, we're looking at 40.483 support. And grab your resistance up here. Bringing them all the way down to, as you know, this 12-day moving average now resistance. So we're looking at 41.480. For resistance. Let's have a look at Storj, STORJ, USD. Storj is down 0.5%, so not feeling as much pain as some of the other names here. We just lost that support level, and let's pop over here to the 1 hour really quick. I think we'll find something a little bit closer. So look down at that 1.310, and resistance is going to be close by at the 1.346. Moving on to NUUSD, wrapping up the crypto small caps on our watch list here, and we have 0.2840 support coming down there. And a couple of tops there on the 0.2939 resistance level. Let's have a good look at Uniswap, UNI, It's down 3.30%. We're into the Defi tokens now. Centralized. Decentralized finance, I should say. There we go. Get it out there. So we're looking at support at the 29.118, resistance 29.830. On to Chainlink, LINK USD going red to green. Bullish hammer here, as you can see, bear solder all the way down and a nice buyback recovery. So we're still holding that support level we had marked for you this morning, this tiny little candle. We managed to get back up above there at the 27.672. I'm sorry, 6732. And fighting this resistance level right there on that high at the 27.96. So extremely tight range for Chainlink. And then if we can get through there, you'll look up here to this next high there, up in the $29 range. Let's move on to AAVE USD, Aave. Aave given it's gone red to green, so we're up 1%. So we're looking to hold that support level at the 412.464. And then coming back up through, watch out for that 422.494. Good solid volume coming in here for Aave, and unfortunately it was on the sell side. So we're going to be scouting a bounce. You can see here we came down and hit that 50-day and off we went. So we may need to come retest that one more time just for good measure. On the GRT USD, that's the graph token. Looking at support, going to sit right on that 50-day moving average. And that's going to be the 0.8429. Pretty decent setup here. And that's your support level. Then you're going to be looking up above you at the 0.8796. And volume is just about on the average side. So we're looking pretty good there. On the comp, COMP USD. Let's see. So we're looking down here now at the 465.603 support. Resistance going to come into play. Coming back through the 475.096. Big volume though on the sell side. You can always tell that the rate of decline is much more than the rate of ascension. So when you're going up, it's a lot slower. People panic, and there's a lot more emphasis on getting out. So you sell a lot faster than you buy up, right? So let's move on to MKR USD. MKR USD, we are holding that support level 3575.261. And get your resistance down to, you know the drill. We got to get back through that 3651.41. Big volume coming in here on the sell side of MKR. Moving on to MANA, MANA USDC. And I think we're, almost there. Support 0.8492. Holding on to that thing and clinging on to resistance right up there on the way back up. Look for the 0.8708 and then the stair step to the upside. Moving on to the NFTs. We're getting close to the biggest NFT for the day, audio. Let's start out with Theta. It's THETA USD. So, big buy up, big sell down. So we're back to just about back to where we started on that move. So we're looking at the support side for you. Let's get that on there we are. Do have support 1, 2, 3, 4. So lots of support right in that range that sent us to the upside on the first place. So we're looking at 7.302. Support, resistance 7.566. Resistance. CHZ USD down 3.96%. And starting to recover a little bit from that. Almost touched our 50-day. Almost got it. So let's get that stop loss. You get it just underneath there so we don't get stopped out. So looking at support to hold up at the 0.3511. Resistance now gonna be, yeah, there she is. 0.3628. On to audio, the star of the show. Look at that thing. Massive blast off. As you can see, we had this mark for you this morning. We were watching this tightening range. And then technical traders saw the break above this resistance that I had indicated for you, piled in there, and off we went. And so we have support still at the 1.6724. And if you wanted, you could break this candle and let's see if the 1 hour would give you any more to have a look at. Yeah. So if you're still considering this thing, be very careful. So we got support now coming up there. There it is, 2.329. Support, resistance up at the 2.845. So, or is that an all-time? No, that was not an all-time high. So we've been up in the $5 range before. Yeah, that's right, for audio. So if you got into audio, congratulations. Or if you're in there like me for the long term, congratulations. Like to see that. Let's move on to ENJB USD. It's down 2.59%. And let's see, losing a little bit of ground. Still got some good support levels over here to our left. So we have 1, 2, 3. So three lows there. 1.6072 for support. And resistance going to be in that 1.6401 range. Over to Harmony 1, ONE USD. Harmony 1 had a go and gave it all back for the most part. We're still, let's see if we'll pop over here to the 1 hour and break that candle up. There it is. To find our support. So we're looking at support to hold at the 0.1028 and resistance. Climb back through. Going to be needing to get through that 0.1071. RSI almost oversold on the 1 hour. So let's pop it back on the 4 hour. Got a little bit to go. And could possibly even come down to retest this 50-day moving average. Let's move on to some of the new additions. I'm going to be moving these into their, where they belong in the lineup here. They're not going to be new anymore. So Shiba Inu, almost said it right. We have support. Yep. Not much have changed. 5 zeros. 856 is support. Resistance still remains at the 5 zeros. 935. The SHIB is up 4.44% for today. And if you're measuring, you can tell that we, from the bottom, from this run up here, I think it's around 15%. Yeah. 21% all the way up to the top there. So SHIB is starting to shape up just a wee bit. Let's look at internet computing. ICP USD. Didn't want to grab that. Let's go over here where I can get a hold of it. There it is. So you're looking at support at the 60.390 and resistance gonna be at the 62.753. And as you can see, I do have an alert set on that resistance, so I know when she's breaking out, because I got a little bit too tight in there because it did trip that alert. So let's move it up just a wee bit. But you're going to look for that resistance level. If you're needing that level, is going to be the 62.538. I'm really watching this to, I'm wanting to add to my position long term, so for ICP. Moving on to AMP, USD. You know the drill. Where's my pesky trade? Okay. I did take a loss on this particular trade because I was up in the, where was I at? Yeah, at the 0.06 range. And I went ahead and cut it, because we're just going sideways for quite some time now. And so we're going to be looking down at support at the 0.0599 and resistance 0.0606. Wrapping her up here with CROUSD, that is Crypto.com's token. Down 1.23% for today. And we have support, yes, right there on that low at 0.14643 for the crow. And we got resistance now nearby at the 0.1488. Have a look now at the crypto market caps. We always look at BTC.D, that is Bitcoin dominance. So getting a little back, so we're up 0.25% for today, up to 44.44% of the crypto market cap is BTC. Ethereum, conversely, is down 2.21%, so folks are buying other things, NFTs mostly, with their Ethereum. So we're looking at 19.04% Ethereum market cap. ADA.D, that is the percentage of the market cap for ADA, is 3.42%, down 2%. And the Doge is dropping off about 4% here, so we're down to a 2.15. And total crypto market cap, as indicated here by TradingView, is $1,939,000,000,000. We're still technically above that 2 trillion mark that we've been shooting for. And folks, that does it for me. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you hitting that like button if you're out there on YouTube. It costs you nothing. It's free 99. And hit the subscribe, hit the bell. If you like what I do, share it with some friends. Tell them to come by and say hello. We will see you in the morning at the Crypto Morning Show, bright and early. Have a good one out there.